It's Iflowboy, and welcome to today's broadcast. It's Sunday. I just finished watching the 2019 Bathurst race, the real Bathurst race, the V8 supercars, which is held every year in October, and just finished up again. It's interesting how the race pans out, but anyway. Obviously Mount Panorama is a track on GT Sports, so most of you will know the track. I was really hoping that Whincup and Lowndes would win, and they led for a lot of the race. Unfortunately, with fuel and everything, they made a call about 11 laps out from the end to jump in and do a dash of fuel after bolting and getting about an 11-second lead. Unfortunately, another safety car came out and the guy behind them didn't pit, and so because of this two safety car interventions, he had enough fuel to get home. So a bit of a shame. If they had stayed out, they probably would have won, but you never know, and some things are not meant to be. I still say that anybody that follows it that's local and understands the sport itself, this year Ford Mustangs have been allowed into the category. They are a two-door coupe, and so they are racing against four-door sedans, and clearly they have a speed advantage based on the shape of the car, and I don't care what anybody says, to me it's cheating. So you know, I think Ford might think they're very smart running these cars, but in reality, for people that are genuine motorsport fans, I think they would agree that it's unfair to have a car that's a totally different shape competing in what's been a series that's all been designed around Operation Blueprint, as they've called it, which is about all the cars being as similar as they can be. And I don't care what anybody says, a coupe and a sedan can never be designed the same and have the same performance characteristics. So anyway, I am in the livery editor, and what I wanted to do, and the reason I started this broadcast, which won't be a long broadcast, is I just wanted to show what you can do with the tools that are in the game. And I've been doing this particular Ferrari today, this morning before the race started, which is a Group 4 458 Ferrari, and I started with the livery and then found myself wondering what kind of decal I wanted to put in that section there, that blue section. And I thought to myself, okay, well, let's do something different. And I thought what would be good to do would be to do a tachometer with the rev needle obviously hitting the red line. So what you can see there on the side of the car is a half completed tacho, and I stopped because I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to do this, I should do a broadcast and show everybody that I'm doing it, firstly, because I think it also points out that even though the livery tools that are inherent in the game may seem basic, you can actually make some fairly clever objects. So that's what I've been doing. So I'll just jump in and show you what the composition is of that dial you can see in there. So bear with me while I go back down through the bits and pieces. These little dashes are obviously the little graduations, if you like, of the tacho, and I think there is enough there for it to go from 1000 revs down to 9000 revs. These red things here is just me filling in the red part for the red line. These dots are also filled inside that red line, as you can see by the little cross-reference or trigger hair. But basically this is just a half circle shape, which is in the standard shapes group, with different colours, and I've just layered it. So it started off with a white layer, then it that probably should come down to the bottom, shouldn't I? So it started with a white layer right there, then it went to a black layer, then a yellow layer. That's why the crosshair isn't moving. Then the grey area is the really thin line on the inside there, and then obviously it's duplicated on the other side. That's why you can see the crosshair moving. So that's where I'm at. So I'm going to complete this, and I'll zoom in a bit because I need to see what I'm doing. And I'll just go there, and I'm just going to duplicate. So the only thing is it's a bit painful, because every time you duplicate an object, it doesn't actually keep you zoomed in where you are. It will zoom you back out. So sorry, my bad driving there, or navigating I should say. Alright, so there's my red area. Now I've got to duplicate that all on the other side, but I'm not going to duplicate all of it because, as you can probably figure out, the other side of the car will read left to right in the same way. So if I do an exact duplication, it's going to end up in the wrong spot. So I'm just going to do one, like so, and then I will move it like so. Now obviously I can't fill in all the gaps, but I'll do my best to. Always placed it. I wish I could zoom down when you're this close, but it won't let you. That's as low as I can go. So yeah, I'm just basically going to fill this in now, best as I can. With any luck, it shouldn't go over. It will go over these black lines on the outside, but as you can see. So really what I should do is I should add some of these first. Okay, so there's two there. We can make use of them. But obviously they belong over here, right? And then I'll duplicate them as well, just to start to fill in the edges, and then the circles will complete the... That's a pretty good fit. What I want to do is just... Now obviously the inside shape has a different circumference to the outside shape, hence it doesn't match the arch internally, but that's okay. Just got to redeem that one over there. Where's that one? I'm just trying to get to... there, I think. Yes, good. Alright, that tidies that up, that's good. What was I saying? Yeah, so the circumference is different, obviously. So it makes it a bit trickier trying to do this inside, sorry. I just need to do enough so that the lines are covered. And then I can fill the rest in with those circles. Oh, and at the top I'll need a little square bit, but that's okay. One more and then I'll fill the rest in with the balls. Alright, that should be heaps. Finish that. Go back down to the balls. I've done that. That should be a pretty simple exercise of just moving the balls up the arch, and it should fill it in. It's interesting how that edge there isn't filling in with the red. I guess that's just trying to show that there is an edge, but I would have thought that me moving this up and down would fix that. But it doesn't appear to. Anyway, obviously you have to look in very closely to see that it's doing that. What else did I want to tell you about this? So And again, what I've done here didn't take a long time. It took me more time to conceptualize and what I was going to use, the shapes, etc., than it's taken to actually do it. But it's a good example of how just using a bit of, you know, creativity and a bit of thinking to solve, I won't call it a problem, but to solve a, you know, a puzzle around how would I do it. The reality was that where's the square? Should be a red square somewhere. Must be down the bottom. I think it's that. Yes, it is. Okay, so what I want to do is duplicate on reverse. And then somewhere here should be a square. There it is. Turn around, line it up a bit first. Well, that music's a bit annoying, isn't it? Hopefully it'll be finished in a minute. Wow. Alright, now we're done. So, I did contemplate putting smaller graduations in, and I might still do that, but yeah, what you can see is that it isn't that hard to create something. Yeah, let me go back to the other side. Okay. Now I bought that in, that white thing. You might be wondering, why is that white shape sitting there? I actually bought it in to separate all the graduations or calibration lines around the dial, so I knew which ones were on the left hand side and which ones were on the right hand side in case I had to go in and do anything. So I'm gonna add a decal, but like I said, if you saw all these lines up here, all those ones belong to the left hand side. There's that white marker, and all the rest are on the right hand side. Well, they should be, maybe they're not. I should check my... That's interesting. I don't know why that's... Well, they're supposed to be all over there. Oh, well, my logic's flawed, isn't it? Okay. In that case, I'll make use of it. This will become my needle. I'm going to do two things with this needle. Somehow. Sure, no, that's the first thing I've got to do. The other thing I need to do is change its colour. I'll make it a bit longer. Still. Okay. Now, what I want to do is that. And then what I want to do is I want to change it a little bit. What I'm going to do is move it. I don't want to do that. And then I do the same thing again. I'll make it the tip. Now I could label each of them, but I'm just wary how it might look if I start putting numbers in the dial. Yeah. I've got to move it. They don't belong there. So I'm just duplicating the items and obviously sorting out their layer so that they appear the right way. And you'll see when I put this in here, it'll go over the top of the black. Needs to be widened. gently adjusting that so that it looks correct. Alright, looks pretty good. Now you might say that's very basic looking, but in the absence of there actually being a decal for it, that's a good example. There is one thing I do want to fix in this dial, you may have noticed it. It's that one of those graduations, which is one of the original ones I moved from the other side to this side, is not in the right spot. So I will fix that. You'll see I'm turning the car to the side. That's just so I can quickly identify whether it's the decal on this side or that side. There it is, that's it. Now I can go in and fix that. See how it's a bit too far over, so it needs to be about there, I think. Of course, I've just roughly gauged that they're not exactly accurate, so if somebody wanted to pick me up on the accuracy of my dial, the only thing that I will put in there is I will put the letters RPM. To do that, I'm going to go back to the other side and do it, because I always like to work left to right, as I've said before in previous broadcasts. It's quite small, but it's got to stand out too. Could go with red or black, I don't know. I think the red will look more effective for me. Okay. Duplicate and reverse, save me redoing it. Finish, add another one. P. Now I haven't put my Iflowboy at YouTube on this car yet, because I basically haven't done any more of this livery. I could add that this is actually the third iteration of the livery for this car. Trying to get in the centre. Seems the centre of the ball, shouldn't it? Really, which is about there. Just realised something. I thought that was in the middle, but it's not really, is it? Alright, I'll fix that in a minute. So I'm going to move that back. I thought it was in the middle. But now that I look at it, that's in the middle, I'm pretty sure. Whoop, sorry, my bad, push wrong button. Yeah, so that was all I really wanted to show on today's broadcast. I know I've been promising to do broadcasts that take you through all of the liveries I've done, which are now up to 150 something. And I just bought a new, very expensive, very exclusive Jag today, which I'm really looking forward to doing the livery on that as well. How'd I go? That's not too bad, except I just realised something. I didn't do the duplicate and reverse for the P, did I? That's okay. I'll fix them in a second, because they'll be out of order, as you can see. What I do want to do though, is go back and fix the half circle on the left hand side. Oh, sorry, having a yawn. It's a bit of a worry. Because according to me, this isn't in the right spot. That looks a bit more accurate to me. And it also means I have to move the letters a bit, but that's okay. They were closer to where they ought to be than where the middle dial was. you go. I thought about something coming off it like it was 3D, but I don't know, I think I'm just going to spoil it if I play around with it too much. Yeah, I don't know how this one is. This one will be the other way, won't it? See what I mean, how it takes you back out? I think that's okay. Now he's going to move these guys so that they're in order. Wrong one. Second one, that's what I wanted. Sorry. Need the P over a bit. Too much. Still a bit over to the right, isn't it? I'll leave it like that. That'll do. Okay, so that's it. The dial is done. I will continue to work on this. I'm still in two minds about what to do at the front. I'm thinking I'm going to follow the same colour scheme as the two-tone blue and the grey, because I think that's very effective with this colour. People may disagree, but to me it looks very effective. So I'm just going to work out what shape I want to do. Front doesn't need to be anything in particular, does it? Should have been doing bonnet first. I'll leave that for now. I was thinking of doing a fade on this one too, but I've changed my mind. I'm not going to do that. So we'll see what shapes I get. So I could mimic that shape, or that colour scheme I should say. See what it looks like. It's a very simple, you know, it looks really effective, but the thing is that it's quite easy to do. Just look at the colours. To get the order right. I also like to get the thickness of the lines right too. Sometimes the thick line border can look wrong. It's interesting how it's thicker at the front and thinner at the back. Used to be the shape, I guess. Can even it out, but by doing that. No, wrong way. Try the other way. The intention was good. That's a bit better. Yeah, I don't mind that. I don't know how long I undenied over the colours either. I had red in there, I had yellow in there. In the end I just went, I'm gonna do it in reverse. I keep thinking the wrong way. Okay, that's ready for something to go in the middle of it. Just deciding whether to make do I do a line there? I can see a very faint crease. I'm just going to see. I'll do it and I'll see what it looks like. I can see a very faint crease line in the bonnet out here as an angle. You can't see it from there, but zoom in and zoom around. Oh, you can see it over there where I move this to. Oh, and you can see it here. Yeah, this line here, right there. So I'm gonna see if I can. I like to accentuate things. Get it where it belongs, that's the trick. And you're saying, oh, that's too long, it's too long. I'm going to go under the shape so it won't be a problem. Oh, did I get it? Or am I out of whack? Problem with this colour, it's hard to see the it's hard to actually see the line. It's only certain angles you can see it, and to me I think I'm missing it. To me it looks like it should be over this way and more like that. I'm going to hope that's correct. Like I said, okay. They'll go underneath, so I'm not too worried about them. Just thinking, do I do two lines? Might, actually. I think I'll do two lines. I won't gap them, I'll just keep them next to each other. I don't have gaps anywhere else, so I really shouldn't gap these, should I? Yeah. Yep, okay. Alright, so what I need to do is move them underneath the shape, which is very easily done. Just smooth them all down here, it's all good. Of course, if I'd done it at the start, I would have only had to have moved one, and then I could have just add layer above. But it's okay. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking I should have it matching the corner, right? But I actually don't mind that. I quite like that it's got that different shape to it. And I like that the line isn't exactly the same line as the line down to the bonnet. Which brings me back to the front. Because now what I need to do is fix that shape up, which is easily done as well. And then we're going to duplicate, shrink, color change to the blue. Oh, might be too hard then, didn't I? I'm laughing because, as you can probably guess, the decal. Actually, I might be able to go a bit further. That's about the limit of it, though. That's not too bad. What I'm also noticing is that the lighter blue colour isn't exactly in alignment. You'll see that on the left-hand side as you look at it, it's sticking out a little bit. That looks pretty accurate. And you're probably also thinking, why don't you go right down to the end of the nose? I might do that, but for now I'm just doing this like this, and then we'll see how it plays out. So I'm duplicating again, shrinking again. This time I'll add the grey. Sitting in the wrong spot. That's a bit odd. Why don't I do that? There we go. Alright, one to go. Now I need to decide whether I want to add. The only thing that I might do is a two-tone line, if I can make it work. I'll try it with a straight line. Front. I'll try with a straight line first, but I suspect that what's going to happen as I thin this line out is it's going to do that. It's going to curve down. I don't know why it does this, but it does. It's kind of annoying. Now it's going up. as I push it up. See how it's bending down? I don't want you to bend down. I want you to stay up. I'm going to bring it down to that level. So I'll try to duplicate this line now, and if it stays the same shape, which it's not doing, see how it's bending? And I don't have a way of bending it back because it's a straight line, so the choice is to get rid of these two layers and go with the curved line. Let's see, do I or don't I? So let's try the curved line. Usually this works. The curved line is doing that flip like I just did. I know I could have chosen another option which would flip it exactly. You can see already that it's not dead straight because the one side's higher than the other. So I'm going to do a bit of an adjustment here. Once I do it, it'll be fine. Even it wants to curve down. How about that? Let's go, we can rescue it. This is my dilemma with the curves. It's hard to get it to the width you like. The thickness, I mean, the line thickness. And as I do this, it's still bending down on me, isn't it? The joys of designing. Alright. Might trail them down to the bottom lip. So now I need to tuck them under. So they don't interfere with that shape. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to taper it down to the edge, down there. That's my line. Normally these never line up, so there you go. Now That's probably because this line isn't dead even, and it isn't. Look at that. You can see there it's below the lip, and there it's above. So rather than me adjust that, I'm going to fix these so they're straight, which I can do. That looks pretty close. And I just need to do the same to the dark blue. They were duplicated, that's why they're both crooked. Just want to be able to see both. A bit too far. That looks pretty close. Now that lines up, and that won't line up. Why? Because I adjusted this one, didn't I? Okay. Make it work. I can fix that so that it looks better, so that's okay. Yeah, I just need to do some filling, which I can do, no problem. Okay. Probably should be using a triangle to do what I'm about to do, but that's okay. That's alright. Now what I've got to do is fix up the blue. It needs adjusting. Okay. Duplicate it. And then I'm going to change colour of it to affect my repair. Okay, that's okay. looks alright. Left to do is the roof. Oh, and that patching there. See those yellow patches at the back, which is all about these patches. Fill them in. Looks untidy. I think roof will be the easiest way to do it. And circles, I think. So let me double check that I get the layer I want. Yes, I do. There you go. Nice and clean. I'm going to end the broadcast because I thought it was only going to be a short one, and I've got myself into this design. Hope you've enjoyed watching my little speedo, or taco I should say, taco design on the side of the car. I think it's something different, and yeah, it doesn't look too bad. Alright, I may rebroadcast later on tonight if I'm in a car show or if I'm racing, but other than that, enjoy the remainder of your weekend, and good luck to Daniel on the Suzuka Grand Prix. Cheers.